personal use, yeah. Yeah, he's not, I mean, he probably will have some friends over every now and then, but it's for personal use.
You can't request that we get.
Okay, any other questions?
Okay, I have approved recommend a motion for 4 foot, and the driveway is in the alley for a variance of the rear. Yes,
Yeah. Well, thanks to staff for putting the words together. Okay, next one is 803 chair. So, Zach, you wanna go first?
803 Cherry is zoned as R1 single family, making the accessory structure setback in the rear 10 feet. The applicants are requesting a 4-foot setback off of the alley. They do have a tree right where the garage would end up being, and they would have to remove that if it was a 10-foot setback. They plan to use it for sign business. It's not going to be commercial sign business, but we'll just be making them and then sending them out, so there won't be customers or anything like that going to the door. The uniqueness is the neighboring properties pretty much all the way around it all have garages that are closer to the alley than the 10-foot setback. This variance will not affect the property rights or adjacent property owners or residents. The required setbacks would make use of the property difficult. You'd have to remove a tree, fence, which they've had to do a little bit already just to get it where it's at. And then also, obviously, take up most of the backyard at that point and move a chunk back of it. The public interest will not adversely affect the public health, safety, morals, order, convenience, and welfare of the community. Spirit and intent, the requested variance will not be opposed to the general spirit and intent of the zoning regulations. And then the requested variance is the minimum variance that makes possible the reasonable use of the land or structure. 10-foot requirement would make it difficult to provide access to the back.
On the picture on the screen, Zach, can you come out? Or John's can point with his cursor, what's the property?
And that tree right there in their backyard would have to be removed.
It's hard to see.
The north end.
Okay.
On the right.
Yeah, he's got his mouse on it.
That's the house.
Yeah.
I have received 4 phone calls from neighboring property owners, all of which were the same of not understanding why they received the letter, and then once explained, they were all good with it.
Give you guys an opportunity to tell us about your project. We'll ask you to go to the mic in case you guys are listening online. Once in a while. But yeah, just give us the rundown of what you got going on and what you want to do.
Here, actually went to kindergarten, first and second grade here. I've been away most of my life making signs, 30 years, well, 30 plus actually. I've made signs all over the place, stadiums to simple car decals. I've worked with a lot of big names. So my family's here. I'm 50. I'm ready to settle down. Small town, my family. It's really nice. There's just a ton of people. I've been making stuff out of my half basement for years. I do 3D printing. I do laser etching, engravings. I'm pretty much versed in just about everything you can do to build things. Made podiums for the Royals, stuff like that. I can't stop creating. I work out at Calicrate Manufacturing as a full-time job. So this is just a love, and I have taken up my entire house with equipment for personal use, and my wife is ready for me to be in a garage. and we just didn't want to lose our tree and move the sprinkler system, and just kind of make something here of ourselves. So.
May I ask a question, Jay? In any of the other places where you've had the equipment in your residence, have you had any complaints from neighbors regarding odor? Or
No, never have. No.
Any of those type of things?
No, my lasers are minimal. They're diodes, so they don't really produce a whole lot of toxic fumes. You can't cut poisonous materials like PVCs, anything like that.
Okay.
We don't paint there. If it is, it's out back with a spray can.
Okay.
Resin sometimes can be stinky, but I use water-based resins and not toxic chemical resins. Yeah. So.
I have an additional question. How about a noise or anything like that? Is it
No, I mean I've only.
grinders or
No, like I haven't picked up a hand router in 10, 15 years because I have it done somewhere else. So, I mean, the only things that I would ever do would be like cabinet making style equipment, table saw, drills, drill press maybe. None of my machines make any real noise like that.
Well, that helps just for the public safety regarding what the expectation.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about garage doors on this one?
It's towards the street.
Street?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind putting it on the alleyway, but with having the setback so small, totally understand. And if you look at the property right behind us, their garage is so far back, and it's offset. Nobody's gonna build anything behind there anymore, and then there's so much room back there that I feel like it should hopefully be okay for everybody. That we're 4 feet instead of 10. Oh, and the power pole. Well, there is a power pole off, but it's offset off kind of towards the corner of my property there, and so it's not right next to the building at all. So.
Let's just run down the list again. I guess, obviously we know that you want to get out of the house, right?
We came from a home that had a basement and 3 bedrooms, moved into a home with only 2 bedrooms, no basement. So he is taking over the spare room as of now, and it's filling out into the rest of the house, and the garage is full. So regardless, we have to put up some kind of a structure.
Yeah.
Regardless of where it's at, it's going to happen. We'd rather be able to utilize the majority of our yard and still have a backyard for our dogs. Things like that. Not have to remove a tree, not have to cover up more sprinkler system, all that stuff. And then it would also be in front of our shed. So it's definitely could utilize the space.
Okay. Let's just run down this list again. So uniqueness, the comment was neighboring properties, have garages close to the alley. I went and drove around and looked, and yep, that's certainly the case. The precedent is kind of set over there. I don't think anybody closer than 4, but there's some that are kind of right on that line right there. So you guys see anything different there? Okay, adjacent property, the comment was very will not affect property rights or adjacent property owners. I would agree with that. I don't see anything that's going to impede on the neighbors here at all. Looks like you're opening the boundaries. Hardships, required setbacks will make it difficult to use the property. I would agree. In western Kansas, you don't cut down trees, right? So it's hard enough to get them to grow. So I don't blame you for wanting to save the tree, and that certainly would create a hardship. Public interest, I think did a good job of answering our questions there around safety, health, noise, all that sort of stuff. I guess I feel comfortable that there isn't any adverse effects on public interest here. Spirit and intent, again, not opposed to general and spirit intent zoning regulations. That's what we're having a conversation. And then minimum variance, I think you kind of see where our heads are at around trying to stay in that 4-foot range. Yeah, I saw your drawing. So, and I saw you had 4 foot on there. So, you know, I think that's probably asking for what we would consider minimum variance. Any other questions for you, Alan? No. All right. So I move to approve the variance for allowing a rear yard setback to be reduced to 4 foot with the accessory structure not having garage doors facing the alley or east, in this case at 803 Cherry. All right, moved by Matt, seconded by Grady. All in favor, say aye.
Congratulations, welcome to Goodland, by the way. Super happy to have you back. Good luck with your project. Long as you do it. Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, when you build it.
When you have a driveway coming off these streets.
I'm gonna go driveway right now, just parallel like my driveway.
Cool. Well, good luck. Excited to see the progress.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're free to go.
you gotta make that style now.
I know. Not just to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bumped him back, you know, we went on to another one.
Yeah, we were ready to roll. We had concrete guy come in and everything, and then we heard that it had changed.
Well,
Changed.
I know that can be frustrating, but thank you for going through the process. It's important, and we're mostly interested in having a conversation, making sure we get it right. And we're trying to be agreeable and let people know one thing that's within the intent of the zone.
Being in the sign business, we pulled thousands and thousands of permits, so I know all about it.
Sure.
That's why I did it wrong.
Appreciate it. All right. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to.
Thank you. Have a good night.
1601 Kansas Avenue. Zach?
I received an email today from the trustee of the estate. She's unable to make it. She had a family surgery going on that she had to go to Alabama for. The property in question is right behind the lots that we just went through the rezoning process at 16th and Grand. They also own the properties right to the south of it, which are already zoned commercial. Their plans are to put storage units, so it would kind of match what's going on across the alleyway. Probably won't be immediately, but that's what their plan is. So they would like to have both zoned commercial, so they're not limited to their setbacks. The part that is commercial right now would have to have certain setbacks because it is abutting a residential district. The request is to go to C1 from R1, which would allow them more use of the property and also to be able to do the storage units like they are wanting.
Well, this will be a big improvement over what was there before, sure. They've poured quite a bit of concrete already.
So that was the one we already went through the rezoning and the site plan for. This is across the alley to the west, and they actually removed all the foundations within the last week and are working on leveling the ground out. So in my opinion, that's already a giant improvement from what has been there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why don't you officially open the public hearing?
Yes. So it is 6:25, and we will officially open the public hearing for rezoning of 1601
part of the rezoning, you have to meet these certain standards. The first one would be character of the neighborhood. It's already mixed residential commercial. B&K Pumping has their lot right on Grand there. You also have the lot down to the southeast that is commercial as well. And then also the lots to the direct south of it are also commercial. Throughout there, north of it's mostly residential. There's not much commercial or businesses going on. 16th Street. The consistency with the comprehensive plan and regulations. It is consistent with the comprehensive plan and regulations of the city of Goodland. The adequacy of public utilities and other needed public services. There's already electricity right there in the alleyway, so lighting and everything like that wouldn't be an issue. There's no need for sewer or water or anything like that, as it's just a storage unit. Suitability of the uses to which the property has been restricted under its existing zoning. The property right now is R1 and was used as R1 in the past with single family homes on it. The house that actually sat on that lot was taken down by the city in 2017-2018. The ones to the south of it, I believe the middle one was taken down in the 70s and has just sat as a foundation the entire time. There's no interest in it being redeveloped as R1 and hasn't been for how many years, so I believe that going to C1 would be a benefit to the property and actually making use of it. The compatibility of the proposed district classification with nearby properties. It is compatible with the nearby properties, as most of 17th Street north to 16th is already commercial and or residential, so it kind of just bounces throughout there. The extent to which the zoning amendment may detrimentally affect the nearby property. It may create a little more traffic, but as a storage unit, you're not going to gain as many cars as if it were a restaurant or something like that. So it might change the traffic pattern a little bit, but nothing that's going to cause issues for the neighboring properties. And then whether the proposed amendment provides a disproportionately great loss to the individual landowners nearby relative to the public gain. It shouldn't cause any loss to the individual landowners surrounding the property. It actually should help benefit the commercial properties with there being another business nearby and making the neighborhood look better.
And if there's an actual decent looking storage unit there, it will be better than what was there prior. At least for the last cycle. Yeah. What I like access to the employees and opening the Main Street or
When I talked to them last, they were still deciding on how they were going to design it, since it is kind of a skinnier lot in town. And they hadn't decided if they were going to make it alley access to all the units or if they're going to do curb cuts and make it street access off of Kansas there. So that's still in plan. They didn't want to go ahead and make giant plans and get things printed out if it wasn't going to get rezoned, because that would change it entirely.
the alley, might want to try to stay away from that. You traffic and anything like that. Forming involved and whatnot.
Yeah, that's a good point. When they come, if they move forward and then just flow when they come to the site plan, you probably need to where they're wanting to have access. Let's not set up precedent to do the alley street. I would say I had one citizen that questioned why we were rezoning residential for last storage units, but I think you covered it well in this one point on maybe about, these things have not had any interest in building income residential there in a long time. And I don't see if there is make its progress, and it's something new, and it's gonna make use of empty lots that have been available for a long time.
And it might encourage, and I guess you can take that both ways, I wouldn't say it's 100% certain, but just having something new to build might encourage additional looks for the other vacant lots that are just in the working phase. There's plenty of vacant lots in between 15th and 16th along that corridor.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and there just isn't enough interest at this
And
point.
that's kind of how I feel. If we spark some new construction, even with it being commercial and where it was previously residential, I think that sparks other interest in that side of town. And you're right, there are a lot of building lots available in that part of town.
I guess I look at it too, that's more of a commercial of the town anyway, and it's not like it's in the middle.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey Josh, zoom out a little bit. If you look at that block between 17th and 16th right there, I mean, look at all that commercial that's, you know, that's really what 17th Street kind of feeds all that commercial property down there. So it's, I mean, you had a bullet point about that, about, you know, sort of the, doesn't really detrimentally affect the nearby property because we're making it similar to all the nearby property.
the other thing it might do, and I'm not trying to cheerlead or anything regarding the actual request, but it could provide a little bit of a sound barrier for the additional, commercial traffic goes along 17th and the trucks,
Yeah.
you know, heading to school and everything else. Having the buildings of the storage units there could provide a little bit of a barrier to the residential. I guess we don't know how big the unit's gonna be or how tall until we. Yes.
So, seeing no one else in the audience, let's move to the
Josh.
So I move to recommend to the governing body, proposed zoning district change from R1 to C1 for the property located at 1601 Kansas Avenue. Moved by Matt, seconded by Grady, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Okay. Next thing on our agenda is reports. So let's start with the planning commissioners. Grady, anything to report?
Nothing to report, but I do have a question. I don't know if you guys seen it now. Part of it, now that I can do this. You notice on 16th and Cherry, there's a residence there, guy with a taco truck. Something we need to do about that, or is that?
Is he operating or is it just parked there?
They open their garage door up and they have tables and chairs in their garage door and they have that truck open.
Thank you for the report.
I've seen it too, and I wonder if you guys.
I'm not taking anybody's business.
It would have to be a conditional use permit if they applied for it, but since nobody's applied for anything right now, it's not legal to do. Mm-hmm.
Wally, do you report?
I do not.
Okay, the only thing I would have, and it's probably something we need to add to a future agenda, but I talked about this a little in the side conversation the other day, so we changed the ordinance, or we changed the zoning to 10 feet on the rear property line, and now we immediately had two, rear variance requests. I think we probably need to go back and revisit that number. And if we're gonna be set on 10, then that's where we'll be. If we need to go forward, we go forward. But I think that probably needs to be one official agenda item. Correct. So can we add that to our next meeting agenda to revisit that? Sure.
Yeah, so that regulation.
anymore. Thank you. Okay. That was all I had in my report, so, yeah, let's see if I can go to staff.
Just wanted to let you know that, KOE, the local radio station, they've had an office out on 31st. They actually bought the former Pizza Hut building.
Okay.
They've already started take the top part of the roof off,
Mm-hmm.
and, we're looking to put that together. There's also going to be a, wireless communication tower put in the back part, that's all one lot. That's how we got it. So, and it's, 200 feet wide. So, and it's gonna be a 75-foot tower. So there's room even there, and then it'll be away from the parking lot. Might be a little bit close to the railroad property, but it doesn't come anywhere close to the railroad. The railroad has not right away. So, but just wanted to make you aware of that. If they do anything more with it, the microwave tower does not require, site plan. But, if anything else comes about it, so just want to let you know that that's happening.
The existing tower, how, where they're at right now, just
So they have a tower that's in Colby. It's going to be 70 foot tall, and then they'll bring that over once they get the pad and everything poured for it. And then it goes up in 3 sections. And that will transmit to the 300 foot tall tower over here on the west end of town.
It's west of, Arthur.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll have 2 satellite dish antennas basically that'll project to the north also. Much smaller than the 70 foot though.
And what about the existing old building?
No word. I've had discussion in the past of possibly turning it into like a multifamily type situation, but I think that kind of died in the water.
The interesting thing will be what the TV station does, so PBSL still has that handy there. So they're most of the building now. We'll see.
Okay. Just wanted to discuss this.
Yes.
So that's all regarding that.
Okay.
Don't really have more of an update on 1902. Thought we were gonna get that one. Barb's returned comments on our definitions, which is the 1902, section 1902. Jack and I have to have a conversation with Barb, going over that, and we will present that. And then that will also involve, if we have to return, make any additional changes to what we've already done with the standards. And we have not taken that to the city commissioners yet. Because we just want to make absolutely sure. But that will be it.
Nothing to report at this time.
Okay, moving on, minutes from July 9th, 2024. Everybody have a chance to cruise through those? I read them because I wanted to be, wanted to see what you guys had up your sleeves, so it looked like the meeting went very well.
I still look like back in my head.
I look at you a lot for guidance over here all the time, I'm like,
That's fine.
yeah. Yeah.
So I move, that we approve the planning commission meeting minutes in July 9th.
Okay, moved by Grady, seconded by Wallace, to approve this, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay? All right.
About that.
And the last thing, I move we adjourn.